Okay, super. Good morning, welcome to everyone on this webinar dedicated to a small presentation of Crédit Mutuel investment managers. Who we are, what is our mission, what are our ambitions. So who we are, Crédit Mutuel Investment Manager is the asset management center of Crédit Mutuel Alliance Fédérale Group, which gathers the different asset management entities, not to say boutiques, but entities that are constituting the different product offering available to our clients. And Crédit Mutuel EM is clearly a creation where we gather all the sales of the various entities to have one common sales force for the whole range of product. So clearly, I want to be very specific on that. We do not touch on we do not alter the DNA of the asset manager. The product remains the same. You like the product, you test the product for the qualities they have, and it's something we will strictly not touch to that respect. Our ambition is gathering the different sales of the various entities, is to make those products, which we do believe are qualitative ones, with a clear flavor, more easy and available to you for your clients or yourself. The second point I want to emphasize is the pan-Euro dimension of Crédit Mutuel EM from the beginning. And you can see on this slide the various locations where the sales of Crédit Mutuel EM and the teams of Crédit Mutuel EM operates. Paris being the main hub, and for international activities, Luxembourg being the hub of Crédit Mutuel EM to make our range of products available in the various European countries. Most of the teams being based in Luxembourg, and some of them being locally based in Germany. And I know some of you of Targo are listening to the call, so thank you for welcoming Lutz on your offices. But we are also located in Italy, which is not the most convenient place at the moment, as you know, and Spain as well as Belgium. All in all, it's a team of roughly 50 people. The asset under management available for sales is a total of 90 billion euro, and the number of PMs, portfolio manager, that are belonging to the different entities is as high as 140 people. So that's about us. Our DNA have covered that already, so clearly multi-entity model. We do believe in the independence of the management team, in the, I would say, small size of the teams, which is a positive aspect to have a strong reactivity and a capacity to generate alpha, and also cover the various expertise on the different asset classes from the different producer. We have, I would say, a balanced approach to the risk, which is clearly inherent to the roots of Crédit Mutuel Group. We share conviction on some of the product, namely Cigogne, but it's also the case for CIC private debt. And we are able to offer a tailor-made solution through mandates that would be instructed via Crédit Mutuel EM, and the mandate will be executed either by Crédit Mutuel Asset Management or BLI, to name the main ones. You have here the different entities that are part of this asset management center. The main one being Crédit Mutuel Asset Management, with roughly 60 billion euro under management. BLI, which is, I guess, quite famous to you guys abroad, has all the BLI funds already in a format available for distribution in the main European countries, which is an opportunity for me to highlight that we are doing the same job on the main Crédit Mutuel asset management funds that will be very in the coming days available for sales. They are already available for sales under their current fund format, and we are transforming this fund into a CCAV compartment, which will be registered in the different European countries, which should make it easier for you to buy them or to put them in the different mandates that you manage. CIC Private Debt is an entity specialized on the non-listed private asset, on debt asset. Cigogne is our expert on alternative asset, which is with a strong alignment with the prop trade book of the desk of the prop trade desk of CIC. That's where I mentioned the fact that we have a clear sharing of conviction, because if we lose on the prop trade strategy, I mean, if our client lose, we lose, and we lose clearly more than our client. But the topic is not to lose, is to make a positive alpha, which they do succeed to build on a regular basis. And then CIC Market Solution, part of CIC Group, is the issuer of structured notes, which we consider as a good complement to the funds for some of our clients. And last but not the least, Dubli Transatlantic Gestion, which for the moment are only dedicated to Banque Transatlantique clients, but they are also part of the asset management center. We are part of Crédit Mutuel Alliance Fédérale group. You have in this screen the main brands of our group, which is quite well known in France and maybe to a lesser extent abroad. In Germany, well, Targo Bank is for sure a growing brand and a strong brand. And Cofidis is known in some countries, in Italy and Spain, for instance. But we are quite well known on the market for BFCM, who is the issuer for our balance sheet for the group, and BFCM is probably well known from you guys, and it's the opportunity to emphasize the core tier 1 equity ratio, which is at not 16.6 because this number are for 2018, but for 2019 we are above 17.3% of core equity tier 1 ratio, so clearly a sound group which can sustain its development. In total, asset under management in the total Crédit Mutuel group amounts to more than 200 billion euro. That if you add on top of the 90 billion that I mentioned, the asset under management by our insurance group, Assurance du Crédit Mutuel, where you will find the Euro Fund mostly, but it's just to give the true vision of our footprint and of our power on the market as a whole group. Responsible investment is a strong commitment of a group. It's a commitment from our group, I would say, as a main strategy, and we have made clear announcements to that respect, mentioning that we will no longer finance corporates active on coal business as well as unconventional oil. And that is this strategy, of this clear and sensitive responsible strategy is adapted among the various asset managers to have a clear investment strategy that will meet those commitments for our main company. So, and that translates into Crédit Mutuel AM or BLI, where most of the funds are already managed under ESG standards, and some funds are also labeled with either the SRI French label or Lux Flag Luxembourgish label, sorry. And this strategy also reflects into a CIC market solution issuance policy or CIC private debt investment policy. Serving your interest, I think, and to sum up what I mentioned, our target is to make available in a more easier way the whole branch of product. And this is through one unique point of contact. This is this funny white little body in the middle of the chart. So this little body is I would say the counterpart you are used to talk to, and we don't want to change that. Clearly not. You have your habits talking with your regular salesperson. We will not change that. What changed is that this salesperson you used to talk to will be today able to talk about, depending on the case, either BLI or Crédit Mutuel AM, because it's, I would say, the main two firms where he come from. And tomorrow, and it's already the case, he will be able to talk about the whole range of product to you and to serve the various markets that is on the right part of the slide. Talking about the main area of expertise, it will be, I would say, too long to name all the funds that are existing in the product range. So here we wanted to emphasize only, I would say, some names. Not to mention that the others are not good. I mean, the other funds are good, but here you have some names we like and where we feel particularly comfortable at highlighting their qualities. And it's a way to show that we have an offer on the different asset class, whether it is European equities, whether fixed income. And fixed income is not only funds from Crédit Mutuel AM. We could have named also a couple of BLI funds, but it's also on the fixed income kind of investment product, the strategic note that I mentioned. And we also have, and it's maybe a field where we are less known for that, very qualitative thematic funds, such as CMCIC Global Goal, for instance, or Innovation or Global Leader, but also in the BLI range, some geographic funds, which are excellent on the America equities or the Japanese equities, even if in the current market, Japanese market is more in going through a difficult time. We have funds also covering the responsible finance offer, not to say asset class, from BLI as well as from Crédit Mutuel AM. And Crédit Mutuel AM here is doing a strong push on that offer. So we should be able to come to you in the next month with a new product that's really worth to look at. And our balance funds are quite well known from our networks and from our clients. And last but not the least, other area of expertise, which I mentioned, alternative fund under Cigogne, and private asset. Here it's a private asset on the debt class, CIC private debt, and soon we should be also able to offer a fund on the private equity class, on the infrastructure asset class. I think that's about it. And that's a couple of ideas we were willing to share with you this morning. And we are available for questions if you have. Otherwise, I would say stay tuned, and we'll be happy to highlight further any field or any specific point you would like to cover.
No question for today.
So thank you for your attendance. Maybe a last remark on the COVID crisis, just to emphasize the fact that you have and we have made available on the various networks some regular updates from the asset managers on the funds and on the strategies, where we want to share with you our view on the market. The opportunities are hard to catch, and clearly how we manage through these very specific times. I will also I would also mention the fact that you can cover the different comments from our chief economist, François Duhaine, on the CIC Market Solution channel on the apps. Thank you.